VectorFX is a standalone generative AI program that uses text prompts to generate vector images in SVG format. Because it runs directly on your local device, you can produce endless creations with no need for credits or extra fees and with no data sharing in the cloud. And if you need to make edits or refinements to a VectorFX image, simply import it into your favorite vector editing software. In this video, I'll present an overview of program settings and the AI models you can use in VectorFX. Before you start using VectorFX, take a few minutes to configure the program settings for optimal performance. First, be sure to look over the performance tips for some helpful advice. If you disable this pop-up, you can bring it back by choosing Help, Product Help, Performance Tips. Next, you'll want to check out what's inside your computer, so open Help, System Info. In my example, I have an NVIDIA GPU. A good graphics card means you have several options for generating images. But as we'll see, even without a strong graphics card, our compatibility model also produces great results. Farther down are my CPU details, memory, operating system, etc. Next, let's open AI Engine Settings. By default, VectorFX includes just one model, though other models are available for download, as I'll show a bit farther on. The compatibility model is a lightweight model that runs in your computer's CPU and requires minimal memory. Along with a couple other limitations, this engine produces only 512 image resolution, which is often more than enough for great results. Other models have more expansive options. The other category here is prompt settings. Inference steps and text weight have limited ranges here, but are specifically designed to work well with this model. Clicking the information icon for each brings up an explanatory pop-up. With batch processing off, I'll get just one result at a time, which is good for now. Let's start with the default prompt, which is quite simple, a panda in the jungle. High detail is off so that I'll get a more simplistic design, and I'll keep the rest of the settings at their default values. Seed is a random number, somewhat like a unique starting point or unique artistic interpretation. If I wanted to replicate results, I'd need to use the same seed number and prompt. Clicking Generate produces the image. Your speed will depend on your hardware. My result is comprised of about 1,200 vector objects containing about 16,000 nodes. If I want something different, I can reset the seed value and generate again. For the next image, clicking in the second box produces a new default prompt, which I'll change to Cute, Colorful Cartoon Owl. This is a very simple image, and I can add more objects and nodes by switching to High Detail. This requires a regeneration, which takes just a bit longer. The sliders along the right can be used to reduce objects, as I'll show later. For my third option, I'll try Cute, Friendly, Husky Puppy, Big Eyes, Colorful, using commas to separate terms and turning High Detail on. To compare this to a different dog, I'll copy this prompt, click in Option 4, paste the prompt, change the dog breed, and switch on High Detail. Clicking any option shows that option's prompt, settings, nodes, and objects. I can save one or more of these options in SVG format and edit in a graphic design program, as I'll show in a bit. Now let's try a logo example. Because I want to get multiple results with the same prompt, I'll open AI Engine, Settings, and in Prompt Settings, I'll turn on Batch Processing and click Apply. My prompt this time is Silhouette of an Eagle Head, logo, and I'll keep High Detail off and use the rest of the default settings. Clicking Generate runs all 5 options, one by one, each using a consecutive seed value. These results are great for logos, simple with low object counts. To compare these with high detail results, I'll click Option 3, enable that setting, and click Generate again to recreate the last 3 results. These are also great, though for a logo, the low detail results may work better because they have many fewer objects and nodes. Until now, we've been using the CPU-based compatibility model. To see other models, I'll go back to AI Engine, and this time I'll choose Additional Models. This opens our website, where currently there are 2 quality model options, all available for free, and more models are coming in the future. I'll go with the CUDA model since I have an NVIDIA GPU and click Download Model. The installation file goes to my Downloads folder. To install, I'll open the folder, double-click Setup, and go through the process of extraction and installation. Once installed, and after I close and reopen VectorFX, when I open AI Engine Settings, I can switch to the Quality CUDA model. As mentioned in the description, I have more resolution options, can use negative prompts, and I can adjust text weight. Processing with this model requires more memory. I'll go with the highest resolution of 1024, and I need to click Apply to implement these changes. I'll also go back to Single Results, since I want to compare results between the quality and compatibility models. The quality model also allows wider flexibility with these two values. These are covered in a separate video, but basically, inference steps controls time and detail, and text weight affects how literally your prompt terms are represented. With high detail on, I've generated these images using the same prompts as before: panda in the jungle, cute colorful cartoon owl, and cute friendly husky puppy, big eyes, colorful. These results are more detailed and sophisticated than those from the compatibility model. Object and node counts are also much higher, but can be adjusted with the sliders. Let's try this with the owl image. If I don't want to work with this many objects when editing later, I can try a few things. First, I'll toggle off high detail and regenerate, which simplifies things quite a bit. I can also adjust the sliders in real time without needing to generate again. To simplify further, I'll reduce detail. Increasing smoothing reduces the number of small objects, while increasing corner smoothing reduces the number of nodes by smoothing corners. A high path coarseness also reduces nodes. As with any type of digital art, these settings require a bit of experimenting to get the results you want. This image now has a nice low object number to work with. I'll choose File Save to save the owl in SVG format. I'm now in Affinity Designer after opening the saved file. When everything is selected, I can see that the object count matches what came from VectorFX. I can make changes such as erasing the background, selecting curves and changing their fill color, erasing any stray objects, or moving nodes.